Everyone loves the heavy hitter.
Oh my God!
But what about the wet noodle swingers? Nobody ever talks about them, so today let's discuss the weakest characters in every NetherRealm game. Give them some love with a like down below, and then subscribe so you never miss a future video. And without any further ado, let's begin. Want to win $55 in 3 easy steps? Well, Royal CD Keys has you covered. To enter their giveaway, simply click my link in the pinned comment or video description. Then click the rewards program and follow the instructions on screen. Last week's winner walked away $55 richer. Royal CD Keys has amazing discounts on video games and software, like Dragon Ball FighterZ for less than $10. Don't forget to use my code TrueUnderdog for 10% off. The Steam code was emailed to me right away. So then I opened Steam, input the code, and boom, the game was mine. Plus this week, I'm giving $10 to the first person who can guess the character for next week's video. Purchasing software and games is fast, easy, and safe with Royal CD Keys, and I can't recommend them enough. So first up, we have MK9, and believe it or not, this game was actually the hardest to figure out, because this game's been out for a long time, and as a result, pretty much every combo under the sun has been figured out, and every character can get big damage given the right situation. And as a result, after all my research, it came down to 3 characters: Jade, Baraka, and Striker. For every one of those characters, you could make a strong argument that they have the weakest damage in the game. However, in my honest opinion, the lowest damage actually goes to Jade, and there's 3 big reasons why. For starters, her combos are very limited. If you don't land back 1, your damage is not going to get very high at all. And that's because this special move right here is extremely slow with a lot of startup, so you need back 1 to get this move going. Literally no other string combos into this move unless you want to spend a meter, but get this, the meter burn version doesn't even do more damage. It's just faster. And even with that speed buff, you're still only getting this. That's your only new combo route from mid-screen. So unless you have the corner, back 1 is literally your only good combo starter, and this move is not good. For one thing, it's pretty slow on startup and also very negative on block, so you have to special cancel it. Unless you're fighting a really big character like Shiva, you're not getting any creative combos with this character. Now don't get me wrong, there are some really flashy combo videos out there that show Jade getting some really good damage, and those videos are awesome and crazy fun to watch, but please understand those combos are next to impossible in an actual match, especially a tournament match. They're simply not going to happen. So now it's time for reason number 2. Jade does not have good chip damage at all, and the same cannot be said for Baraka or even Striker. Both those characters have better block damage than Jade. And then finally, we have reason number 3. Jade does not have any guaranteed damage or resets at the end of a combo, which is not true for many other characters in the game. There are many characters like Smoke and Cyrax who can literally guarantee a reset at the end of a long combo, and unless you have 2 bars for a combo breaker, their second combo is 100% guaranteed. And even if your character doesn't have a guaranteed reset, they usually still have guaranteed block damage of some kind that the opponent has no way of avoiding, and Jade doesn't have this either. And that's why, in my honest opinion, Jade is the weakest character in the game when it comes to damage, and unfortunately, she is also the worst character in the game. If you don't believe me, I have an entire video dedicated to just that topic, and I recommend you check it out. And now it's time for Injustice, and according to the pro players I spoke with, Scorpion actually has the lowest damage. However, that's only because Scorpion got nerfed in a later patch. Before that update, his damage was a bit better, but after the update, oh boy, everything changed. For starters, if you don't have meter, then Scorpion just doesn't have long combos at all unless you land his overhead. This overhead is godlike and leads to his best combos. So for example, I can do this, dash forward, and then actually get a combo going. However, even then, I'm still getting below 30% unless I land a jump in to start the combo. And even though the damage in this game is slightly lower than Mortal Kombat 9, you would be surprised how many characters can easily get 30% even without spending any meter, but unfortunately Scorpion's not in that club. And once again, this overhead is his best combo starter in a lot of situations. If you land a low instead, your combo damage is going to be even smaller, so check this out, only 24% for a low mix-up. Now thankfully, Scorpion doesn't always need meter to extend his combos. In some situations, he can use his trait. However, from mid-screen, he doesn't have too many options. Most things knock the opponent too far away to actually catch. So from mid-screen, you can do 1-1 maybe, you can do 4-2 into trait, then you can do back 1 into trait, but outside of that, pretty much every attack either doesn't have the hit stun or knocks the opponent too far away to combo into trait. However, once you do have the opponent cornered, that all changes, because now pretty much everything combos into the trait if you're creative enough. And once you combine Scorpion's trait with the corner and then some meter, you're getting some okay damage, but it's still nothing crazy, especially in a game like Injustice. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get close to 50%, but trust me, in this game, that's nothing special, especially with the corner and spending bar and trait, the damage just ain't that good. However, with all that said, don't you dare feel bad for Scorpion for even a second. This guy had people straight up deleting the game. That's how cheap and unfair this character can be, especially with the bad netcode. Scorpion is the only character with a cross-up teleport in this game, and if you meter burn it, it hits mid and it's safe on block. And if he lands the teleport, it's guaranteed pressure. You have to block his 50-50. And then on top of that, his chain is a guaranteed restand if you spend the bar. He has an unblockable. He can do fake jump-ins that hit from behind or in the front and then the behind. He's just crazy. Oh, and did I mention his super is also a cross-up and completely safe on block? You have to jump to punish this thing. Yeah, Scorpion's crazy. Once again, don't feel bad for him. He's actually a very decent character, and online, I would say he's one of the best characters when it comes to casual play. The only thing bad about this character is his damage, but I think that makes him fair because once again, he has restands for days, he has guaranteed pressure, some insane mix-ups. He's actually really unfair, so thank God his damage is low. And for Mortal Kombat X, pretty much nobody could agree which character did the lowest damage, and that's because every character in MKX is a party animal when it comes to damage. And as a result, I can't give you an honest answer for who's the weakest character. However, Mustard said Cyrax, and I have to agree, because unless you do the longest combo possible, this guy's not getting much damage at all. But with that said, this character has crazy mix-ups and pressure, so do not feel bad for him. He is godlike in the right hands. But when it comes to damage, he has to work very hard for every tiny percent to squeeze out as much damage as possible. So when it comes to overall damage, I think Cyrax is the weakest character in Mortal Kombat X. And now it's time for Injustice 2, and in this game, I'm actually going to give it a tie between Deadshot and Dr. Fate. Both of these characters are extremely good at keep away, and I think that's why their damage is so low. However, keep in mind, Deadshot's damage was nerfed just like Scorpion. Before that, he was absurdly unfair and just way too good in the game. The guy had 50-50s, pressure on block, a really good wake up, and insane keep away. He was all around too good and was nerfed in a lot of ways. Once again, I have a full video for him on screen if you want to check it out. So now it's finally time for Mortal Kombat 11, and in this game, the lowest damage character is actually top tier, if not top 5, and her name is Cetrion. This move, absolutely disgusting, deadly wins. I'm so tired of talking about it, so instead I'm gonna list on screen all the crazy stuff this move does. Before NetherRealm gave Cetrion this move, she was already a really good character, or at least a decent character in the right hands, but my god, this move just made her guaranteed top 5. At least in the hands of a pro player. For everyone else, she's top 10 maybe, but like, yeah, top 5 in the hands of a great player. However, thankfully, if you want maximum combo damage, you actually can't use this move because it's replaced by the Geyser. Unless you land a crushing blow, this special move is literally Cetrion's only way of extending combos. And unlike some moves, this attack actually does not track the opponent's location. You have to manually aim it, but the cool thing is it does hold the opponent in the air long enough to teleport and then uppercut him. However, once again, the main point of this move is combos, right? And just like Sub-Zero and other characters that had low damage at the start of this game, people were scrambling to find the most damaging combo Cetrion could do. They were squeezing every tiny bit of damage they could find for this character. And I'm not a Cetrion main, but I do recall Dragon doing this combo a ton at Evo, so I assume it's one of the best combos she has. And even so, we're still not getting 25% unless we land a jump in. So yeah, Cetrion has some really low damage. However, thankfully this game does have crushing blows, and if Cetrion lands one, she's getting average damage now. And I don't mean average in terms of crushing blow combos. In that regard, she's still way below average, but when it comes to regular damage for like 1 bar or 2 bars, Cetrion can get it, but she needs to land a crushing blow. Or if you're extremely desperate for damage, you can spend 2 bars in the same combo. It's not going to be great damage, but it's kind of average for other characters if they spend no meter at all. And just in case you've never played this game and you're wondering why her damage is so low, it's because she's a zoner, and a really good zoner. This boulder has a huge hitbox and it bounces, so it catches a lot of characters jumping. And then if it's blocked from full screen, Cetrion's actually plus, so if the opponent presses any buttons, they're gonna get hit every single time. And then she has this move that tracks your location and hits twice, or she can cancel the second hit if she wants to. Yeah, this character is pretty darn good at zoning, so she did not need any combos, not at all. all. And that's why her combo damage is so low. The Elder Gods giveth and they taketh away. And in this case, the Elder Gods are NetherRealm Studios. Now, if I'm being honest, it would have been kinda cool if Cetrion did have a combo variation, but it took away all of her zoning. That would be really interesting. But there you have it, everyone. The weakest characters in every NetherRealm game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like while you're down there. It really does help my channel out a ton. And then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell. That way you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time. And as always, stay underdogs.